Hi guys, Tuva here. It is Wednesday and it is Odin's day, and what I want to do today, I'm going to light some incense. All I've got on here today is Odin and the flame of rebirth and the light in the middle of the winter, for we are now making our way towards the winter months, and I just want to give out a video that you can relate to on a Wednesday and maybe take on board. I'm going to use a rune. We're going to use that rune and we're going to meditate on it, and so this will be a good video for you to refer back to when you want to meet Odin and be with him. And we're going to seek Odin to be part of this. So I'm going to light it from the flame of life, and we're going to say, "Hail Odin, God of war and peace, God of love and justice, but also the All-Father that knows the creations, that knows our hearts, that knows all the wisdom and the magic that we need." Now today I am burning white sage because it is an abundant fragrance for the gods, but it's also protection. Don't ever waste what comes from the incense sticks, because at the end of the day you can use that. You can use it to put marks upon things for protection, depending on what you are burning, of course. But when you're burning sage, it's good for that sort of thing. It cleanses and it gets rid of negative energies. It also protects you. So if you want to mark the doorways, all you need is a little bit of what's left, the residue. Just take a little bit, a little pinch of it, and put it on the door frame of your street door and your back door. You can do the windows as well. It's just a little mark. And just as you do it, just ask for that protection from the spirit that is in that herb. Yes, I say the spirit that's in that herb. Yes, plants have a spirit, but also the spirits look after the plants. The fairies look after the plants. All manner of creatures look after our plants. You have burnt the aroma which has gone to the gods, but not only that, it's gone to you and your spirit. And so you take that, what's left of it, the residue, and you give it back. And by anointing the outdoors or anointing the areas that you want to sanctify, you're asking that spirit to really guard. You can also use it in lots of other ways, and I might do a video on that at some point if you're interested. But today I'm going to pick a rune and then we're going to meditate on it. A short reading. I'm going to pick a rune, but before I do that, I'm going to ask Odin to help me pick the right one. Hail Odin, hail All-Father, hail to thee. Send us the message that you wish us to know. And I ask this of you this day. Hail. We have Wunyo, wonderful, the rune of joy, but I want to link it in with Odin. So we need to know the joyous part of Odin, but the reading really would be, joy comes into your heart this day. At the end of the day, guys, Wunyo is joy and it does come into your life, but you still have to work for that. You still have to do things to make it happen. You can't just sit back and expect things to fall into your lap. That's not how it works. But it's also very joyous for you to find that joy, if that makes sense. And it can come in many different ways. It can come as in you aiding somebody maybe, or getting a balance in something that you've not had before, something that you found difficult but suddenly becomes easier. And so as such, what else can that mean to you but a joyous feeling inside? You know what it's like when you've done something that you never thought you would be able to. Maybe you've got through a college course and you've aced the paper at the end of it, the test, and you feel absolutely full of joy, like a driving test, and you pass, you feel that inner joy. And it's the same, giving birth to a child, that inner joy, getting married. You see the point I'm making. There are many things in our lives that give us much joy, and it's finding that joy that's within us that we may have lost, but you can find it again. And I feel Odin comes this day to tell you that the joy is yours for the taking, but you need to be able to find it. And at this time of the year, we are not in that place of finding joy unless something specific is happening that is a great moment in our lives. We need to attain harmony and balance as well, and that can be a bit difficult when things are in a bit of a turmoil, but we have to dig deep within us and find the things that make us happy. We may be sad at this precise time with the things that's going on and the problems that we are being faced with, but joy is ours still, and it's free. We can attain it by digging deep within ourselves, and I feel this is what it's saying. Try to find the joy within. Try to help others find their joy within as well, because it is there. It's there, but we need to look for it. Sometimes it's easier to not seek the good and the just and the truth in something, and very easy to get sidetracked and get swallowed up in the world and to become like everybody else. But that's not the way it should be. And I do feel for those that have a spiritual path, those that want to walk their spiritual path, they are really obligated to find that within them, to partake it to the world, to help others see that it is attainable. So if you're downcast and you're a spiritual worker, those energies will be portrayed into the world around you and so affect others. I do feel Rune has come to tell you today to be in your spiritual path more happier, more joyful, but in your own truth and light. So that's what the rune is saying to you today. Getting that balance, getting that truth, walking in joy, even if we don't feel joyous. Because if you walk out in that joy, you will start to feel that joy. It's something that psychologically can happen. If you are feeling downcast, by the end of the day, you're going to be so downcast, it's untrue. But if you can put some positivity into that, you can turn it about and make things much better for yourself. And I feel this is what Rune has come to tell you today, is to try not to be dragged down, but instead try to pull yourself up and walk in your truth and peace and love. And when you can do that, guys, you can then be so happy. The joy will be in abundance and it will be yours, and that will have an infectious effect to those around you. Okay guys, now I am holding this candle because I want to look into the flame, and I want to ask Odin to please show us where he stands today and what message he may have for us. So if you're ready to take your seats or wherever you feel comfortable, and just relax and close your eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose like so, holding it for a couple of seconds and then letting it out through the mouth, and in again through the nose, and then out through the mouth. And keep doing this until you start to feel yourself relaxing and feeling warm and peaceful, and you don't want to be anywhere else, for the energy around you is so peaceful and loving, and in fact you feel like you are in a cocoon, and that cocoon is all around you and you feel safe and happy, and you are feeling joyful. For the things that's happening around you at the moment is just about you and who you are in your spirit. You don't need to worry about what's going on in your life or to those around you, for you are in a peaceful state and you feel happy and everything is okay and everything is how it should be. You are in your peaceful mode. Now you can open your eyes if you want, guys. If you do, hold a candle if you can. The candle is light and it is there, shining in your face. It's the light of knowledge, the light of life. And as you do so, your eyes start to feel heavy again. And you have to put the candle down, which is what I'm going to do. Keep feeling relaxed, guys. Let your shoulders go relaxed, and your legs and your feet, and everything is starting to feel numb. For I want you now to think about Odin. Odin, the All-Father. And Odin is standing by Yggdrasil, the great tree of life. You make your way towards Yggdrasil, knowing Odin is standing there. You feel a bit nervous coming towards him, but you shouldn't feel nervous, for he is in a very good state of mind today. He has a journey he wants you to go with him to. And there we go. He turns around and you are face to face with him. His face lined with life and what he's been through to receive the knowledge that he did. You see the scars on his eyeless part of the face, and he feels how you feel when you see it, for you don't feel revolted, but you do feel sad. And he smiles, and in your mind, even though his lips are not moving, you hear his voice, and it says, "Welcome, child. Don't be sad, for we all go through trials." And you realise he is correct. He is making a point that we all have trials and tribulations in our lives that we need to get through and work through. And at the end of it, we learn something from it. And he wants to show you the joy of sacrifice, the inner joy that you can receive from learning how to cope with trials. He says to you, "Come with me, I want to show you." You find yourself in the branches of Yggdrasil, and they are very big and tight. And you're sitting on a branch and you're frightened to move. And he says to you, "It's okay. They are just branches that are going to take you to different areas of your life. I want you to trust me and to hold on to my hand and walk along the branch." You hold Odin's hand and it feels firm to your touch, and you feel safe, for you know he will not let you fall. And then you get up slowly on the branch and you start to walk down it. Very soon you find yourself in a busy high street on earth, where people are hustling and bustling around, and you notice that everyone has one thing in common. They're fixated on what they're doing and they're not happy. The mother taking the child to school is shouting at her child because the child is not doing as told. The man who's late for work is rushing around and is upset with other people because they're getting in his way. And so it goes on. Odin looks at you and he says, you are different, child. You have a flame inside of you, and that flame will aid you in your day-to-day life, but you have to tend it like the hearth. Do not let that flame decease. When I hung in that tree for all that time, I never gave up the hope of finding the knowledge and attaining it to share with the world. And you realise you have knowledge within you that others don't. And you realise that you could use that knowledge to aid all those around you. As you walk down the street, there is a man sitting on the floor, and all he has with him is a bag and something he's sitting on. With him is a dog, cuddled up to him, because the weather is not nice, it's quite cold. Odin says, look at this man, look at him closely. The man notices you and he says, hello there, have you got a spare coin so that I may get some food? And of course you say, oh yes, and you give him a coin, and he says, thank you so much, people don't normally do this, and I haven't eaten for 2 days. But I did find some food for my dog and he is happy, and that's all I want. Your heart starts to feel heavy. Odin says, remember, child, the flame. Your job as a spiritual being is to give that flame of love, light and knowledge. You find the flame and you materialize it into your hands. Now visualize that flame, guys. Visualize it. It is in your hands, a small flame of light, and you put into that flame your love and your hope, and you say to the man, I want to give you a gift, I want to help you. And the man says, thank you. And you say, hold your hands out, and you pass the flame to the man, and he takes it, and he realizes he needs to get up and walk around and get himself some help. But he's happy and ecstatic because you have given him hope and love and light. And Odin looks at you and he says, do you see, child, even in the dismal world that people are living in, there is always hope and love and joy. You have to dig deep, but you as a spiritual worker can help others to see that. And on this day, which is my day, I want you to feel the joy that I'm giving you. And with that, he gives you breath from him, and he breathes deeply in and then lets it out. And as it goes over you, you feel so much love and joy you could burst. And you are feeling filled up with his energy, and you know what you need to do. When you turn round, you notice he has disappeared. You didn't even get time to wish him well and say goodbye. But he knows that. He's a busy God. He's doing his thing that he has to do. And so you now find yourself coming back to where you was and back to where you were seated. And when you are ready, guys, open your eyes and do this with your fingers and your toes. Shrug your shoulders and let yourself come back. And you are back where you was. Make sure you eat and drink something, guys. This is Odin, and Odin always talks the truth and always gives light and knowledge. So we now know and are encouraged to dig deep on a daily basis and find our inner joy and our light that sparks within, that makes us different from those in the world, and so brings forth joy and peace. And those people will benefit that you will touch. So make it a thing to maybe go out and talk to those that are living on the streets, or talk to the elderly person that's lonely, or just give of your time to those in your own family. Always top up your joy by meditating and fulfilling your spiritual journeys. And Odin is always there. If you want to give him an offering, he loves beer, he loves mead, he likes anything like that. And if you want to give him something for his lovely ravens, or even his horse Sleipnir, you can give meat offerings or food for them. He will be grateful. Just think about him on Wednesdays. Never think, oh, it's just Odin's day. It's special. It's his day. It's midweek, when we come to a crescendo before becoming towards the end of the week. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that fleeting meeting with Odin, that you can feel that energy bubbling within you now. And I'm going to leave it there, but before I go, I want to say thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to those that are always there, and I hope you do get something out of these videos, because that's all I wish, that you can have some joy. And by me giving you these videos, I hope it can bring you a little bit of an escape from the world. And I'll be back with the next video very soon. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. House of Alang.